They changed the world, yet history forgot their names. For centuries, women in science broke barriers, defied norms, and revolutionized the way we understand life, space, atoms, and the code of our own DNA. But while the world applauded their discoveries, it handed the credit to someone else. This is a story of brilliance buried under bias, of voices dimmed, not by lack of genius, but by the weight of history. These are the forgotten women of science. Science has always worn a white lab coat, but it's often been a man's face underneath. In the early 20th century, women were barred from universities, denied lab space, and told that intelligence had a gender. Yet they showed up, fiercely, quietly, brilliantly. For every headline that named a man, there was often a woman in the background, calculating, experimenting, discovering. They were assistants without pay, authors without bylines, minds without medals. Long before the digital age, there was Ada Lovelace. In 1843, she imagined a machine that could manipulate symbols, not just numbers, and dreamed of algorithms that music, art, and logic could all follow. Today, we call her the world's first computer programmer. But in her time, she was dismissed as eccentric, a woman too curious for her own good. The world would need a century to catch up to her. In the race to uncover the structure of DNA, two names became immortal: Watson and Crick. But behind their breakthrough was Rosalind Franklin, a chemist whose X-ray diffraction image, photo 51, was the key to revealing DNA's double helix. Without her knowledge, her data was shared, and history was rewritten without her. She never won the Nobel Prize. She died at 37, never knowing how her work shaped the future of biology. America's journey to the moon was written in rocket fuel and mathematical equations. But the names Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson were long left out of the story. These black women mathematicians at NASA calculated flight paths, re-entry angles, and orbital mechanics by hand, at a time when computers were still human. Their brilliance helped launch a nation into space, but for decades they remained invisible, hidden behind closed doors and racial barriers. In 1938, Lise Meitner helped unlock the secret to nuclear fission, the discovery that would lead to atomic energy and the bomb. A Jewish physicist fleeing Nazi Germany, she was forced to work in exile, separated from her lab and legacy. Her colleague Otto Hahn received the Nobel Prize. She received a footnote, but Meitner refused to be known as the mother of the bomb. She believed science must serve peace, not destruction. Was it sexism, racism, the architecture of power itself? The reasons are layered, but the result is clear. Science was never silent. It simply silenced the wrong people. Generations of girls grew up not knowing women had shaped the periodic table, cracked the code of life, launched satellites, and built the foundations of modern computing. You can't aspire to be what you've been told never existed. But now their stories rise again, in classrooms, textbooks, museums, and on screens like this one. Remembering isn't just an act of justice, it's a correction, a restoration of truth. Because when we honor the forgotten women of science, we don't just rewrite the past, we empower the future. From silence to legacy, history forgot them, but we won't. The future belongs to those who know the past, the forgotten women of science, no longer in the shadows.